This is another Lift the Flap book by Priddy Books. It's very interesting because it has animals that are not that common. So it has a macaw over there, sea lion. So kids really can learn quite a lot of different animals for it. Predominantly the reason why I bought this is because I really wanted Lift the Flap books. My son started with Spot, Where's Spot? He loved that, so I figured I should get him more Lift the Flap books. I searched on Amazon and this is what I found together with a bunch of other books. And I discovered that I really do like this because it's colorful, and what I like is that it uses real pictures of animals. So when you talk about a dog, there's a real dog there, not illustrations but actual pictures. It also teaches them sort of unusual animals, like parakeet is not something my son comes across every day. You have usual cat, you have your usual hamster, which my son has taken to calling hamburger at the moment, quite bad. That's goldfish, it's got gecko, otter, polar bear, ants, piglet, tropical fish. It's quite cool. Unfortunately, some pages don't have any flaps, so my son will tell me, open, but actually there's no flap to be opened. This is a page where they have shadows and then you're supposed to guess what the various animals are. This one's a lion, that one's a rooster. As you can see, my son just ripped this part off recently, which I felt really heart pain about, but what can you do, right? So that's a donkey. Again, this side has no flaps, but it has quite interesting animals like hyena, ostrich, meerkats. This page is a page where kids have to guess what the patterns are and what animal they belong to. Over here, again, no lift the flaps, but interesting pictures of animals like toucans, leopards, etc. This page is full of butterflies. Every flap is a butterfly, but it's got a gorilla, it's got a crocodile. This one is all about sea animals. This one is about big, soft, fast, hot animals, and they've got opposites. So, example, hot, and then you've got cold, right? You've got soft here, you've got hard. So it goes on like that. You've got polar animals. Again, no flaps on this side. And this one says, who's my mom? So it teaches kids about the young of each animal. So for example, if you lift the flap that says puppy, it says dog underneath, so they know. Joey, of course, is the baby of the kangaroo. I didn't know something was called a rabbit kitten. I just thought it was called a baby rabbit. But according to this book, it's a rabbit kitten and a rabbit. So it's pretty educational. I think the pictures are good. It's bright, it's big, it's tough, it's a hardcover. The flaps aren't very thick. In fact, they're kind of flimsy. They get ripped off quite easily. So I would be quite careful when allowing your kid to touch these books. But otherwise, this is a good book. I would recommend it. Size-wise, this book, and I haven't measured this before, so let's measure it now. Size-wise, we're going to just over 10 inches square. Price-wise, this book is $7.85 US on Amazon, so it's not very expensive, but it's a good book to have because it really teaches your kid lots of animals and lots of fun flaps to lift up. My son is currently 17 months and he enjoys this book. He has enjoyed it for the last few months, and I think he will continue to enjoy it up to probably about 2.5, maybe 3 years old.